Hello, friends. This is Professor Googlon. On my channel, you mostly watch videos about the beautiful world around us. But today, it's a little different. What is it about? Keep watching to find out. Mountain goats. Fluffy fur and horns may not seem related to acrobatics, but split hooves help mountain goats balance on narrow mountain ledges that are only a few centimeters wide. Their strong legs allow them to leap up to 3.5 meters in length. Clearly, the laws of physics don't apply to them. Why do they climb so high? It's evident that goats are escaping from dangerous predators such as bears, cougars, wolves, and eagles. They climb the mountain slopes to feast on fresh grass. They are also not averse to licking rocks since mountain rocks contain salt. Mountain goats don't just frolic in the mountains. In southwestern Morocco, they climb fruit trees to reach ripe fruits. But their talents don't end there. Recently, hundreds of goats were released in Ventura County, California, to clear the area of shrubs and thus prevent forest fires. A few years ago, the internet was shocked by the fact that goats faint from fright. With split hooves, mountain goats can contract and expand them, exactly what they need to maintain balance. Thanks to their strong legs, they can ascend to great heights, while their thick fur helps retain heat and water in their bodies. Snail. In the animal world, you need to be tough to survive. It's not that simple. The climate is harsh, and dangerous predators are everywhere. But what if you could hibernate until better times? When it comes to sleep, snails are masters at it. They are obsessed with sleep. Snails can sleep for several hours and stay awake for 30. At the same time, they can sleep continuously for 3 whole years. It's just an instinct that saves their lives. Some snails enter winter hibernation, but it can be prolonged if the summer is dry. During hibernation, snails seal their shells with a film of hardened mucus called an epiphragm. This allows them to retain moisture. For most land snails, courtship rituals are just as leisurely. A date can last from 2 to 12 hours. Only after that, terrestrial snails and some slugs begin to exchange love darts, calcium formations that stimulate genetic exchange. Owl. Yes, owls can rotate their heads 270 degrees without damaging blood vessels and tendons. Just like in the movie, The Exorcist. Humans and most animals can simply track something or someone with their eyes, but owls have to turn their heads. The thing is, their eyes can't move. But nature has compensated for that. Owls are more flexible than humans, thanks to differences in the structure of their arteries and neck vertebrae. Owls have 14 neck vertebrae, which is twice as many as mammals. But no matter how strong their bones are, such flexibility is simply unreal. If humans could rotate their heads like that, the consequences would be terrible. Owls also have a reserve of blood in their arteries in case the oxygen supply to their brains is reduced. With their large eyes, rotating heads, and eerie sounds, these birds seem to have come straight out of a horror movie. African lungfish. The African lungfish is an ancient fish capable of moving in water, mud, and even on land. Their evolutionary path ended a long time ago. Sometimes these fish are referred to as living fossils because they haven't changed for almost 400 million years. These fish have primitive lungs and can enter both summer and winter dormancy, which is essential for their survival. Like all fish, African lungfish have gills that allow them to breathe underwater. However, their lungs have evolved, and these fish can also breathe air. African lungfish use their mouth to dig burrows, eat moist soil, and spit out dirt through their gills. They prefer a sluggish lifestyle. Lungfish are not as active as other fish and often just lie at the bottom of lakes or rivers. African lungfish are so calm that they are often mistaken for dead. They would definitely get along with snails. Stonefish. The stonefish belongs to the family of scorpionfish, the most venomous in the world. Stepping on their venomous spines is very painful. Trust me on that. Stonefish are also known as the rockfish because they blend in with the rocky seabed. This makes them doubly dangerous as humans can easily step on them. The venom of these fish poses a threat to both marine inhabitants and humans. Stonefish have 13 spines on their back with venom at their base, ready to strike anyone who touches these creatures. They typically lie on the seafloor and wait for prey to come to them. However, stonefish use their venom only for self-defense and do not actively attack other fish or humans. Black mamba. Interestingly, The actual color of the black mamba is brown. However, it earned its name, black, due to the black interior of its mouth, which it displays when sensing danger. These snakes are fast, venomous, highly aggressive, and always ready to strike. However, human perceptions and African myths greatly exaggerate the abilities of the black mamba and the number of people harmed by it. Thus, it has earned the reputation as the most dangerous snake on the planet. The savannas and rocky hills of South and East Africa are the home of the black mamba. They are the longest venomous snakes in Africa, with lengths exceeding 4 meters, although on average they are no larger than 2.5 meters. These creatures are also among the fastest snakes in the world, capable of reaching speeds of up to 20 kilometers per hour. When humans encroach upon the territory of the black mamba, the snakes sense the danger and become even more aggressive. In a confrontation, the black mamba will try to retreat, but if cornered, it will strike without hesitation. In preparation for an attack, they raise 1/3 of their body off the ground, spread their hood like a cobra, and reveal their black mouth. If the opponent doesn't back down, the mamba will make multiple strikes, injecting doses of neurotoxins and cardiotoxins each time. Dung beetles. Where there's dung, there are dung beetles. They are divided into 3 main groups. Some beetles roll dung into balls, others bury the dung, and the third group simply lives in it. Look at how many uses dung can have. These beetles can be found in every corner of the planet, except Antarctica. They inhabit both deserts and forests. The rollers roll dung into balls and hide them to later eat or use as nests for laying eggs. The tunnelers dig tunnels and hide pieces of dung in them. Another type of beetle makes its home right in fresh dung. They are considered the strongest insects on Earth. These beetles can roll dung balls that exceed their own weight by 200 times. One researcher witnessed a beetle rolling a load that was 1,141 times heavier than the insect itself. It's like a 70-kilogram person moving 80 tons. Most beetles prefer the dung of herbivorous animals, but some are attracted to omnivorous dung as well. When animals like elephants chew, swallow, and digest their food, there are still pieces of undigested food left behind. It's a treat for the dung beetles. Young beetles only eat solid dung, while adults indulge in both soft and hard dung, as it contains many beneficial substances. Emperor penguin. Emperor penguins are the largest penguins, with an average height of 114 centimeters. They cannot fly, so they live on ice floes in Antarctica. To survive in harsh conditions, penguins have undergone a long evolutionary process and have learned to live in colonies. In the cold, windy Antarctica, temperatures can drop to -60 degrees Celsius. Penguins huddle together to seek shelter from the wind and retain warmth. They take turns moving to the center of the huddle to warm up and then return to the edge, giving way to others. Life on the ice floes is harsh, but it doesn't prevent penguins from starting families. Females lay only 1 egg each. For about 2 months each year, penguins spend time in the sea searching for food. They can swim up to 80 kilometers to reach the ocean and feast on fish, squid, and krill. Emperor penguins can dive deeper than any other bird, reaching depths of 560 meters. Underwater, they can stay for up to 20 minutes. Ringtail lemur. Lemurs are primates that only inhabit the African island of Madagascar and a few nearby islands. Madagascar is so far away from the rest of the world, which is why it is home to so many amazing animals. Lemurs likely appeared on the island thousands of years ago and have been adapting and evolving in isolation ever since. Ringtail lemurs are easily distinguished by their long tails with black and white stripes. They are often found in zoos and are very popular there. Ringtail lemurs have glands that emit a strong odor. This smell can be a means of communication or intimidation. They also use the scent to mark their territory. During the mating season, males compete to produce the strongest scent. They rub their tails with a pungent secretion and wave them around. The glands on their wrists produce a strong but not long-lasting odor. The glands in their armpits, on the other hand, produce a brown, thick, toothpaste-like and more enduring secretion. In this way, males direct their stinky tails towards each other and wave them until one of them retreats, conceding defeat. Friends, don't hesitate to write comments under the video about what else you would like to learn. I will definitely fulfill your wish. Bye for now.